But they're thieves. They're wicked thieves. Yeah, they all go from the back of the room. You notice nobody is sitting up front.
I don't know what to say.
There you go.
I know, and I tell them.
Take a, I don't know where the sign-in sheet is. I think it's going around.
Do we have a sign-in sheet?
Whoever has the sign-in sheet, if you could pass it around. Good evening.
Good evening.
I know that we have some new people. Frida, you want to stand up? Say hello. Yay, Frida. Hospitality. And then Mr. Wolf. Mr. Wolf. There he is. Mr. Wolf is going to be teaching architecture.
Hey, Mr. Wolf.
Caroline Love. I don't know if Caroline is here. Miss Love? No? I'm trying to think off the cuff who else is coming. We also have a Stacy Fender.
Yeah, not going to be here.
Not going to be here. Okay. And is anyone else new that has eluded me? No, you're not new. There's a clown in everyone. No other new people. Okay. Thank you. Okay. So, welcome to the fall term. Thank you for coming. I hope this won't take too long. I know you guys have worked all day, and this is the end of a sort of a 2-hour experience. So I'll try to make it brief. There are cookies here, so you won't get too bored. Hi, gentlemen. So I put all of the documents that are in front of you. There are some seats in the front. All the documents that are in front of you in your blue folders are also going to be on the website here. Compliments of Michelle. Thank you very much, Michelle, our event coordinator. And under our website, wait a minute. At the college's website, just click on departments. And then third from the top is AS and technical degree programs under the Del Mabry campus. Just click on it. This is our campus division webpage, and everything that relates to our programs and our faculty and any important links that you may have are going to be on this website for you, including student information that they may need, like how to figure out how to sign on for Canvas. It's certainly appropriate for some students. And then under Michelle.
You lost it already.
Michelle.
She just stepped out.
She went to make one more packet.
Under adjunct information, which would make sense. File links. The first one is adjunct in service. Praise God. Okay, so that's how you find it. I wouldn't want to say I could find it again, but I will be more prepared next time. Anyway, I wanted to make sure in advance that I welcome everyone to our division adjunct in service fall term session and introduce to you my assistant dean, Ann White, our evening and weekend coordinator, Paul Wetmore, our division staff assistant, Lucy Brown, who makes sure, seriously, the most important person, she makes sure you get a paycheck.
Yeah.
So, give her your cookies. And then we have a variety of other people, program managers, Andrea Borchard from for business and economics and accounting and finance and entrepreneurship. Is that business law? Can't forget that. Criminal justice. Andrea Borchard is in the back. She went on a lovely vacation, and I had to call her back in. That's how much fun she had. And then also, Fred Yeager is here. Yay, Fred. He, hospitality, so culinary, restaurant, and hospitality. Also, Steve Gagnon is here. Yay, Steve. Dietetic technician, so human nutrition and every dietetic course known to man is offered through us. And then Joe Tisdale. Joe, see, I don't forget about Joe. He thought I forgot about him. Joe Tisdale, who does architecture and building construction. CAD, he's here. Yay. And then our newest addition, I don't think I missed anybody. Mr. Barnes doesn't have an adjunct. Is Dr. Sherry Kersey, who is back. Who is back after a 5-year stint in retirement, 6-year stint. Our program manager, Barry Hubbard, just threw us in a loop in April and said he was going to get a master's degree in project management, which seemed fine until he told me he was going to the University of Westminster. And I said, well, where is that? On Del Mabry Highway somewhere? And he said, no, it's in London, England. And he was leaving on a jet plane on August 15th. And so thank goodness. And he took his car. I don't understand driving. He didn't. Good. The whole thing seemed complicated to me, driving an American vehicle in the UK, but whatever. And so Dr. Kersey graciously agreed to come back and be the program manager over computer science and office systems and digital media, multimedia, and yes, I know you're here. Yes. And medical terminology. Thank you very much, David. So we are very lucky to have such a wonderful group of program managers who I believe their titles will change to department chairs. Awesome. In the near future, and they are leading us on this this fall term mission to make sure that we do the best job we can to provide instruction to the students in our institution. So I want you to know that we also have some what I think are very important are the key dates that relate to the fall term. Obviously, the first day of the fall term of the 16-week term begins on August 21st. So as you all know, because you teach a variety pack of different courses and different beginning and ending times, this is for the 16-week term. And obviously, there's a September 18th and September 5th. And we have 5-week, 12-week, 10-week variety pack of 8-week courses. So thank you for all of the complicated approaches to syllabi that you all develop. And we're looking forward to getting all of them. Hint, hint. Our first exciting event is the holiday, Labor Day. For me, and I look forward to holidays, September 2nd through the 4th. So I'm excited for that. And then October 24th is a non-class day, so you will not have class on that day. So make sure you note that if you have a class on whatever day that is. I think it's a Thursday or Tuesday, so thank you. Also, on the same vein, there's a Veterans Day, which is awesome, on November 10th. And then Thanksgiving break, starting the 23rd of November and going through the 26th. And then fall term classes end remarkably on the 12th of December. It just goes so fast, doesn't it? And then we're closed until January 2nd. So the college will be on a break from December 19th through the 1st. I wanted to make sure you understood that we were in the middle of doing revisions on our academic programs within our division web pages. So please go out and look on our AS division web page and look at your division web pages that relate to the subject matter you teach. If you think something doesn't look right, then let your program managers know about it. We're trying to update everybody's information, the programs that we offer, the certificates that we offer, and sometimes we get caught up in minutia and forget a certificate or forget something. So make sure that you certainly include that for me to look at. The fall term schedule and exam dates are also in your packet and also online. So if you need to know when the exam dates are for the 16-week term, they'll be in your packet and also online. And if you have confusion as to knowing where that is, I'll certainly show it to you and email you a copy. Also in your packet is a faculty roster export. Those are directions on how to export out of HawkNet Web Advisor your faculty roster and put it into Excel so that you can have a more robust approach to placing your information and putting your grades in for students. Also, one of the things that we're in the middle of doing is making sure that you understand how to use the test center. So we put some material in there about the test center, and if a student needs to do a makeup exam, certainly, you know, we've given you information on how to contact the test center. There's documents that you need to fill out, and if you have any concerns or questions, you can always call us. Sometimes in past years, and probably again in January, I'll invite Miss Grace Glenn, who is the supervisor of the test center, to come and chat with us. She usually does a great job and provides some information for us. This test center is not to be used for mass testing. It's for makeup exams, and then of course for placement exams and CLEP and things like that. But certainly for you, it's for makeup exams. The withdrawal non-attendance grade, the WN grade, is posted after the first class session, after drop and add. It sounds very complicated, but go through drop and add. After drop and add ends, the next time you have a class, if it's a Monday night, then go to the Monday night class. And if a student hasn't attended through all of drop and add in the first class after drop and add ends, then you withdraw them for non-attendance. It's very important that you do it in a timely manner, because when we withdraw them for non-attendance, we remove some of their financial aid money. And if you don't do it, then we end up getting in trouble and penalized. And then, of course, what we do in reverse is go back and take the money away from the student. They end up owing us money. So I'd rather just get it done up front before we've dispersed their residual check. Sometimes we need to do that. So if you can remember the WN grades, it's very important. It's also very important for veterans as well and international students. Your office hour schedule and your syllabi for each class taught is due by the second week of the class. Certainly I recognize it's hard to dream up everything that you guys want to do and turn it into me by the second week, but at least get me something. And then if you wish to revise it, you can, but you must make sure that every student in your class gets the revised document as well, whether you post it online or if you give it to them on a document in a piece of paper.
So we have to put that on our syllabus, and then additionally, same information on a separate piece of paper.
The office hour, yeah, there's an office hour schedule, and I do have it in my division webpage under links, important documents. One of them is the schedule, and you can download it and fill it out.
I know that. I just want to make sure.
Oh, okay. Yeah, thank you. Thank you. And then just send it to me. If you want a PDF and email it to me, you can. Your syllabi can be sent to me electronically. We put everything on an internal T drive, and so that way we don't have to worry about paper. We certainly appreciate putting things electronically so that it's easier. When a student comes in, I can just say, hey, we have the syllabus right here. I'll show it to you. If you have a grade that posts, have a posting error or something at the end of the term, and you recognize it, you certainly need to fill out a change of grade form. I'll send them to you. They're fill in the blank. You can sign them digitally or I guess old-fashioned way, and send it to my office. I do not want you to post a grade before the class ends, however. So if for some reason, and this does happen, a student violates an academic dishonesty policy. I mean, we have had this happen. The dishonesty, that is. and your syllabus may say, let's say it says you give them one shot, you tell them they've created a dishonest situation, and you tell them not to do it again, and then they do it a second time. Let's say that's your policy. On the second time, you're going to fail them. It's certainly acceptable to have that, and you can fail them. Just you can't post the F grade until the term ends, okay? Because I've had some people think they could go ahead onto HawkNet Web Advisor and type the grade of F in the middle of the term, and that's not acceptable. So just try to remember that you certainly can fail them. I certainly would like to know about it. So just let me know about it, because even during the middle of the term, I'll call them into my office, and then I'll also refer them for counseling to the Dean of Students. So they'll have to go through 3 sessions of counseling for being academically dishonest. So it's important for you to know about that. If you have a problem calculating your grades, or something happens, sometimes we have calculation errors in spreadsheets, the formulas don't work right or something like that. Just recognize if it's going to happen and you have an issue, just send an email out to the students to say, hey, the grades have been calculated incorrectly, and they're going to be recalculated, and grades will be changed. One of the other things that we've had happen lately, and I can't say who it was because I can't remember now, and Sherry, you might be able to tell me a little better about this, but within the body of Canvas, if you have developed assignments and you're going to go in, and there are assignments every week, and you grade the assignments the students have uploaded, and you put the grades in for Susie and Jeffrey and John. You also need to go back for the ones that didn't put a grade in, that didn't submit an assignment, and you have to give them a 0. And if you don't give them a 0, our lovely system will think that the student has a higher grade in the class than he really does, because the 0's not been posted properly. So you have to remember weekly, when you grade assignments and you're going to give the students that actually turned in assignments a grade, you also have to give the grade to the students that didn't turn in assignments, so that the calculation of points is properly identified. Is that correct?
Yes. And it's because that Canvas projects a grade for them. So they think they're at 95, and you haven't put on all the 0s. When you get to the end of the course and you do it, then it comes out to be 45.
And then they're in my office.
They are not happy.
And they are not happy. Not happy, no, bueno. It's not good. So
Don't they realize that they didn't turn in any assignments?
No, they don't. No, they don't.
no, they don't.
Just the incident.
No, they don't. I certainly appreciate that, and I know what you're saying. And no, they don't. They think they had a 99, and they don't understand how they now have a 79. And then I have to give them a little 2-page dissertation on how all those 0s equals a 79, not a 99. And then they say, what? Yeah, so it's weird, but this has happened. I had 4 people in the summertime. I'm telling you, we've got to be careful with this. So just make sure that if you're going to use Canvas, that you make sure you put 0s for the students as well as the numbers for the ones that did turn in assignments and have been calculated.
And I just want to add something real quick. If you don't do that, right, the grade automatically goes and the average shows up, and they can see that. And if they have like an 88 average and they know they haven't completed it, they're like, oh shit, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't even need to do the optional exam now. They think that it's really sad, but it's true. And it's happening a lot. And I've had 4 this summer. So I'm really stressing this. I'm going to be stressing it tomorrow too, for sure, with the full-time faculty. So I wanted to stress it with you all tonight.
Is there a checkbox in Canvas that says to mark any unmarked grades as 0 automatically?
That only works for the instructor, not
Right.
for the student.
Yeah, but
So student will see that.
You can turn off those average ones too.
Oh, you can?
How do you do that? I don't know.
I go ahead and shut them off. All they get is the total points. Their grade's based on points. That's all I show them. Number of points they've accrued.
I just don't want the averages is what it is confusing them. It's the average. So when
I know.
they get that, it's confusing them. And we've tried to provide some understanding of it. And certainly it's easy enough to go in and put the zeros in, or like you said, click the box that said, put the zero in. But the students are the ones that are not understanding the process.
Well, I've actually had a student email me and go, I did the first 5 weeks and I got an 88 average. What do you find that around?
Yeah,
Like, what about the other 10 weeks?
that's right.
Oh, I got those too, yeah. Mhm.
Oh my God, it's crazy.
Not worth the headache.
Yeah, so just remember that, it's certainly important. There's a sheet in your blue portfolio that relates to personal information. You know, you guys someone may have moved, changed their phone, their cell phone. We like to get in touch with you now and then. You all know this. If there's an issue or a question that we have, so please make sure you fill it out so that we can have some kind of accurate information. And so the next to the last thing, and then I'm going to call Lucy up. She's going. Dr. Chun, hi y'all. Come on in. Come on in. Someone let you out late. That wasn't nice, was it?
I know some of y'all bite too.
And I've been chatting and chatting and chatting. Everything is on the website, so I'll show you where it is. And I don't know where Michelle is, but she'll go and find you some more materials. Dr. Chun and Dr. Ben Dixon. Dr. Ben Dixon does humanities, communication, social science, gen ed. She's a dean here. My colleague on the AA side of the house. And Dr. Chun, who is the campus president, they're both retiring. They're going to retire at the end of November. And we're going to have a nice party for them in November out on the shade sail area, the green shade sail area. And I want everyone to know they're going to be invited. We're going to be sending an email out. We're going to have a nice time. Hi, how are you? Come on and sit down. And I want to make sure everyone goes to it because it's very important that you come and say goodbye to Dr. Chun at the very least. You don't have to stay for long, but if you get a moment, I'd love for you to come by and chat with Dr. Chun and Dr. Ben Dixon at their retirement party. Some of you may not know who he is, but he certainly leads this campus, and he's done it well for 30 years. So we want you to always feel that you've got someone that has your back, and certainly he's going to be leaving, and we're going to be getting Dr. Alan Witt, who was the president of South Shore. He's going to be coming to the Del Mabry campus. I'm going to have Lucy come up now to talk about parking and anything else. So come on up.
Hey, Lucy.
Hi. So parking, if you're new, I know we have like a lot of new people right now. They've changed it so it's not a paper form anymore. You have to get a little decal to go on your windshield, and it's online. So I can send you the link to do it, or if you're here and you somehow changed cars, lost your sticker, you need a new one, just let me know. I can enter the information for you, or I can send you the link and you can enter it. Public safety will send them to us, and then I'll give it to you. Also, your ID card, if you just hold it up to the gates, it should beep and open the gate and let you in. If it doesn't, let me know. That's a separate person that I emailed to make that work. So that's 2 different places to do 2 different parking things. So if you need that, let me know. There's a number on your ID card. You get those at the bookstore. So I can help you out with that.
We can't get the ID card until they become an
The
official
new hires,
employee.
you guys start on the 21st, so you can't go to the bookstore and get your ID card until August 21st or after that date. If you're already an employee, you can get your ID card, I think pretty much any time. They're doing them in student services right now, or not in student services, in where the Starbucks is. Student government, that's what I meant. Thank you. They usually do them in the bookstore, but they're doing them by SGA right now. So that's where you go if you need them. The main things right now is your syllabi and office hours are going to be due 2 weeks after the term starts. So I'll send my reminder emails. Try not to nag. But when it gets close to the deadline, I check you guys off. So if you haven't turned them in, I will send out reminder emails just to make sure everybody turns them in on time. It's extra important because students start coming to our offices looking for you. So we need to have your office hours so we can tell them when you're going to be there. Otherwise, they get mad because they go to your office when you're not there. So that helps us out a lot, and that helps you guys not have angry students. Syllabi are important. You can just email them to me or to Paul Wetmore, either of us, and put those on the T drive for you. I think that's about it for beginning of term stuff.
Okay, cool. Thank you, Lucy.
Thank you, Lucy.
Yay, Lucy. Other things that are on this adjunct training information include the handbook, the adjunct handbook, the end of term verification. We will be sending something to you to ask you to fill it out at the end of the term. Go ahead and fill that out. There's also an evaluation document. We have to evaluate faculty once a year, so we will be doing this. For new faculty, we'll do it the first term. For returning faculty, it could be the first term, it could be fall, it could be spring, it just depends. We will communicate with you. We'll give you at least 2 weeks before we do it. We'll schedule it. If we email you and you say, no, that date is bad, we will honor that. Obviously, we don't want to evaluate you when you're given a test. That means nothing to us. We want to see you in the environment providing instruction. So we will send this out. This is what it looks like. I don't want to surprise anybody what a evaluation document looks like. So you might want to check this out at your leisure. This is a copy of the faculty office information, the codes to get into the various adjunct offices. We also have the office hour form that you need to fill out and return to me. This is just information on the staff. CITT resources is very important for instructional assistance. And then the college calendar, there's the final exam. Like I printed in the document, for those of you who don't have a folder, we ran out of folders, we'll get you one, but there is something online. And then a variety pack of information on campus services, the duplication request. If you want to have something duplicated, you can email it to the duplication office, and they'll put it in your adjunct faculty office mailbox. And Lucy sends the names of all of the adjunct faculty to the lady who does the key boxes, the mailboxes.
Mary.
Yeah, it usually takes, what, a couple weeks or a week maybe, and then you need to go and get your key, and then you'll have that will be where your mail is delivered. There is no smoking on this campus, so if you see someone, I'm not asking you to be a policeman, really, no. Just, you might want to tell them, hey, there's no smoking on campus. There's the information on the test center, the makeup exam. If you want to do a field trip, that's fine. We'll be glad to help you. The program managers will be glad to tell you how to go about doing a field trip. The forms that are required by the students, there's release of responsibility, and then you have to fill out a regular form that goes to me. Here's the grade change form. Like I said, if you have a grade at the end of the term and you need some help. Also, guest speakers. I love guest speakers. I think that they provide that just brightening opportunity for people to hear about what's going on out in the real world, the businesses and the industry. So your friends and colleagues that you know in the industry, because you are all in the in industry and organizations, you'll do really well to ask them if they want to come and speak about a topic you're teaching on that chapter, for whatever chapter it is. And all you have to do is fill out a guest speaker form so that I know they're there, and then we put it on the list so that they're identified if they need some help. With regard to that, there's library information, instructor responsibilities. All of this you can read at your leisure. Some more information on the withdrawal, non-attendance. If you make a mistake, this is a good topic. Sometimes people will withdraw someone for non-attendance and then say, oh snap, that person was there. you can reinstate them. You just have to fill the form out, give it to me, and then I'll walk it over to the admissions office and we'll reinstate them in the class. So everything that we do can be undone or redone, okay? So the world won't come to an end. So be aware of that. And then we have other kinds of information on disabilities. Certainly is very important. We're going to have a new, I want to call it an adjustment memo that's coming from the Office of Disabilities. It's electronic now, and it will come to you electronically from the Office of Disabilities. It will tell you the name of the student and what is going on with them with regard to what accommodations they may need. Some, you cannot begin giving them the accommodation, even if it's late, extended time for tests, until you get the memo. So you have to have the memo. So if a student says, hey, I need extended time for tests, and you need to say, the Office of Disability must give me the memo for
And
that.
they've already started sending it out in PDF.
Great. So they've already started. So as long as I have names on the sections, and I haven't changed the names on the sections, then you all should be getting those memos. So that will help a lot. Other than that, I don't have any other questions. All of this is, like I said, is on the website. Just go on our website and then to admin information. Is there anything else anyone wants to chat about? Yes.
That's one thing, students don't associate vaping with smoking.
Yeah.
And I've had them bring it to class,
Yeah.
and I have to tell them that's not allowed, and they go, well, it's not smoking,
Yeah, it is.
It is.
it's vaping.
Yeah, well,
Still under the same.
yeah, right. What is it?
Smoke
A
signals
rose
on
by
class.
any other name is still a rose. So yeah, any electronic device or regular device that's lit that provides smoke is not allowed. I mean, we say tobacco. I'm a little concerned about that now because, we should say no smoking is allowed on campus and not specify it. So we might have to go back and change our policy to incorporate, other types of smoking.
Plus, we do have war veterans who are PTSD qualified
Yeah.
and are qualified to smoke marijuana.
Yeah.
But not-
But not on campus.
You don't think so? I guarantee you they challenge you.
I'm sure they'll challenge.
Guarantee.
Today's people, they challenge everything.
Right.
So I'm not saying that.
I just put no vaping on myself.
I certainly believe everybody challenges everything. Any other questions? Yes, Lucy?
I forgot to talking about, if you're gonna be absent, we open at 8, but I can come at 7:30, so if you have an 8 a.m. class and you're running late, or you're not gonna be here, please send a note to your students in campus, but you can call us and we'll go put a sign on the door and make sure your students know, and then when you do come back, there's a leave form you have to fill out, and then if you know ahead of time, you can get someone to sub for your class, so we can fill out the forms. So any type of forms you need, change a grade, forms, pretty much any sort of form, you can email us and we'll have that.
Okay. Yes.
Could you also then take down the form if you put something on the door? Because last semester I had an incident
It
where
was for the
students
whole
saw a sign
term.
on the door without looking at the time.
Of
They turn
course.
around and,
Sorry.
fortunately I
We
caught
do,
them.
you're right, and we are not very vigilant at that. I'm sorry. We will do a better job of it this year. We go out of our way to put it up in advance and we forget to take it down. I certainly understand exactly what you're saying. So I'll try to do a better job of that. We don't have too many cancellations this term so far, so I'm excited about that. That makes me feel good. But for the one person who ends up in the classroom with a similar class and a different section number, it can be challenging. I agree with you. Okay, so at this point in time, I'm going to release you all to your program managers so that you can chat with them. They have specific pertinent information. For those of you who came in late, please sign the sign-in sheet. I'm sorry that you missed my entire performance. It was certainly important and breathtaking.
Stellar.
Won't you be putting the tape up on the website?
Yes, thank you very much, Lisa. I am taping this, and it was actually for people who are late start instructors that haven't come yet, but it can certainly be for people who did not see this dean's comments. So just go ahead and when I get it up there, I'll let you know and you can look at it. It's just a variety of information, but our information is on the website, on the college's website, and then just go down to adjunct information and then click on links. And it's right there, 2017 Adjunct in Service. That's the documents, and we'll have a web link as well with my video. Okay, awesome. Thank you. I'm so excited to have you guys here, and I hope, so at this point in time, make sure you turn in your personal information sheets. And then does everybody know where they're going with their program managers? Andrea, what room are you going to?
Someone's staying here, do you need out of here?
Okay, wait a minute, y'all, stop. And all faculty related to Andrea, and that includes accounting, go to Andrea. And she's gonna be in 420